So I was a claims handler again, but I done fault and non-fault accidents just for vehicles only. So it was a fleet company with 2,500 vehicles,
Alright.
mostly for transits and other vehicles, of course. But we had a very large excess of 15,000, so technically you're kind of self-insured to a certain degree.
Yeah.
So anything that came in under that amount was dealt with in-house. Just the occasional one that would be notified to the insurers, especially if it was a multi-car shunt with lots of personal injury. You can see that's coming through, then you know that's going to go over your 15,000 mark for that particular claim, so it had to be reported. Insurance company then would give it the okay to carry on as we were doing, and then just notify them every step of the way. Was to get the guys at the scene at the time of the accident, because I find a lot of things are lost along the way. It's not picked up.
Yeah.
So speaking to the driver, who usually are in shock, and so therefore they're not aware of what to do next. Everything's going on around them. Their adrenaline is running. So talking to them, it's just like having their personal secretary for 10 minutes, talk them through what I need, go and do this, take photos of that. What's the third party up to? Are they okay? Taking pictures, location is very important as well. So once I've done all of that, I've got all the information and what I actually do need, witnesses, anybody about standing around, go and grab them, anybody in shop, any CCTV footage around, just to make them more aware of their surroundings and to gain all that information. Yes, because everything that I collect is evidence towards a claim. If it's just an ordinary shunt in the rear, pulling out of a side road, reversing, it's really game over for the person who's done that. But it doesn't mean to say that that third party will dispute. So if you've got all of this evidence, you can just give it to the third party insurer and say, look, this is what I've collected with all the evidence I have. And then they can't wriggle out of it, really. It's there. It's more. They've got more from me than they have from their own client. I do find that assisting people in that format, when you do deliver it at the end of the day, the third party have got nowhere to wriggle to. Just getting my message over to the guys that I'm here for them, really. Yeah. It's surprising that how many of the guys don't take photographs, wouldn't even consider doing it, didn't think about it, or that their staff, the ones that have, fleet policies with their guys, just talking to them and saying, look, this is what you really need to do in an accident, this is who you really need to call. But even just advising them on the simplest things, really, I find quite frustrating, really, because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you've put yourself in such a position there where you're quite vulnerable. Build up a clientele of drivers on my phone, just so I know then they've got me and they're calling me, and even if it's just for the silliest things, I can just help them and just make them feel a little bit more secure and safe. I know that the companies that they work for do that, but I did come across a guy the other day and said, I did call, but nobody seemed to know what to do. I said, but I did say for you to call me if you had a bump, and they just hadn't passed the information on. So it seems bizarre when I'm there to help them that they're not using the facilities. So. Yeah.
So our message is that you're here and
Available.
You're ready to help.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to it.
Thank
you, Kim.